Hello everybody and welcome to another video. Today I am doing the top 10 party games. I got this idea from the Dice Tower watching them yesterday. So make sure you smash the like button and comment what your favorite party game is, and let's get into this. I only allowed myself to have 3 social deduction games because they would have made up a lot of my list, and I could make a social deduction game list some other time. Also, comment what other top 10 lists you guys would like to see me or Janella make, and we'll try to get that done. But anyway, my honorable mention is Blood on the Clock Tower. It was my 4th social deduction game, so I knocked it off the list to throw on another game. My number 10 is Galapagos. That game is fun. It is cooperative, trying to escape an island until the food runs out. Then you're voting people off for being worthless and not helping enough. Or if you have a gun, you can shoot them. Like, it gets crazy. You guys start off all nicely, and then people just start going crazy, panic mode, until somebody can, like, calm them down. The only reason why it's a 10, this game is so fun. The only reason why it's a 10 is it needs a second edition to fix some clunkiness, in my opinion, and it would be the best party game ever. But it's still really, really good. It just has a little bit of clunk to it that might need to be fixed. I hope they make a second edition one of these days. But that's my number 10. If you want to do a survive the island and cooperative until the food runs out game, that's for you. It's my number 10, Galapagos. My number 9 is a social deduction game that you play in 5 minutes. It is One Night Ultimate Werewolf, where you have an app actually do it for you so everybody can play. Or you can read off the rolls if you want to be the storyteller or whatever you call it. But everybody gets a roll, and then if you're a werewolf, you are on the bad guys team, and if you're a villager, you're on the good guys team, and you guys argue amongst each other and then vote one person at the end of 5 minutes. And if you vote off the werewolf, the villagers win, and if you vote off the villagers, the werewolves win. So it's really simple, easy social deduction game that gets crazy when you throw in all the fancy rolls. That's my number 9, One Night Ultimate Werewolf. My number 8 is a party game that I think I would love even more, but I don't like the scoring, but I do like the gameplay a lot, and that is Just One. Just One, you can play up to 7 players, and you have a marker and a little board to write on, and then one person draws a card, but it's facing the other direction. They pick a number, and whatever word the card says is the word they're trying to guess. Now they close their eyes while everybody else writes down one word, that's why it's called Just One, to give a clue. But the problem is, if 2 players write the same clue, then boom, they're knocked off. The goal is to try to get all 13 clues to win. I think the highest score we've had is like 10 or something. So it's pretty hard to get all of them. But that's my number 8, Just One. My number 7 is a game that you probably definitely cannot play if you're colorblind. So sorry for that one, but I really like this game a lot. And this is Hues and Cues, where we don't even own this game. We need to, though, because I really like this game. But anyway, on this game, you draw a card, you pick one of the 4 colors, and this is a competitive game, unlike Just One, which was cooperative. But anyway, you pick one of the colors, and there's a grid, and it will have a number and letter, so you know exactly which one it is. And you'll give a one-word clue, being like, I don't know, just something random. If it's orange, you say basketball or something. And then everybody tries to put their pawn, starting with the person, starting with the person on your left, goes around, I think, first. Yeah. And then they put their pawn where they think, and so on and so forth. Then you give one more clue, but this time I believe it's 2 words. And so, shoot. You can't say a word like orange, so you could... I don't know why this is coming to mind, but you could say pumpkin juice. I don't know why that came to mind. But anyway, other people can now put their pawns. If they guess inside within 3, then you, as the person, get points for them guessing. So you actually want them to guess correctly because you get points. But if you guess correctly, you also get points. So really, it's It's cooperative when you're the person just because you're trying to get as much points as you can. But when you're the other people, you're like, ooh, I need to guess it and hope all these other guys don't. You play it for 2 rounds, and then whoever has the most points at the end wins. Really easy, fun game if you like colors and stuff. That's my number 7, Hues and Cues. My number 6 is another social deduction game, but in my opinion, this game belongs on this list because it is the Clue killer. If you like the game Clue and you haven't played Deception, Murder in Hong Kong, you need to try it right now. Another honorable mention I didn't make my list was Mysterium. That's another one. If you like Clue, you should play. But anyway, I like this one better. It is social deduction. So you do have one person that's a bad guy, everybody else trying to figure out who the bad guy is, and then you have one forensic scientist giving clues, but they can't say anything. They're just using some planks on the board that will randomly come up, and it will say, where did the murder happen? And they will pick a location, and they will pick all this stuff to try to give clues on who the killer is among you guys, and you guys argue and stuff, and oh man, it makes it so fun. So it's literally Clue, but one of you guys are the bad guys, and you don't have no dice rolling and crappy movement like that. So that's my number 6, Deception, Murder in Hong Kong. My number 5 is another social deduction, but this is my last social deduction game, and I can't believe it's my number 5. But man, this game is so fun because it gets crazy. And this is Secret Hitler. Yeah, it's kind of a weird name. Probably turns off some people, but the gameplay is so fun. And you're either, it's pretty political. You're either fascist or you're liberal. And the liberals win if they do enough free policies, and the fascists win if they do enough fascist policies, or if they elect Hitler as president. And so one of you guys among the table are Hitler, and then he also has one person on his team. I can't remember what they're called, but only those two are bad. Everybody else is good, but you're trying to figure out who the bad guys are. Weird theme, but the gameplay is so fun. If you like the Resistance, this is like the Resistance plus, and it makes the Resistance so much better in my opinion. So that's my number 5, Secret Hitler. My number 4 is a deduction game, but not really social deduction because you have cards and they come out and in. And it's also kind of a bluffing game too because you have to know when to challenge people or not. And this is Coup. Coup is a game where you start with 2 cards, and each card is a person. There's 3 of each card in the game, but somewhere in the deck if there's not enough people playing. And in Coup, each player has an ability you can use, and it's really fun. But if you do an ability that you can't do because you can cheat, other people can challenge it. And if they challenge it and get it right, you have to kill off one of your people, so you're down to 1 card. And then if you have to kill off your last one, you're out of the game. So it's player elimination, but it's really fast. So I'm okay with fast player elimination. But anyway, if the challenger gets it wrong, he has to kill off one of his people. And so it's really be the last one standing to win. And man, it's so fun. That's my number 4, Coup. We need to get that one in person too. I haven't played it in person yet. All right, my number 3 is another game just like Coup, but I like it slightly better, probably because we own it, and it's really cheap. It's like $9. This is Love Letter. Love Letter plays up to 6 players. It is so fun. We actually played it basically at a party last week. And in this game, you start with 1 card, you draw a card, and you play one. That's all the game is, but each card has different abilities, and you can call out people, and if you get them correctly or do an ability on them correctly, you can take them out of the game. And so the goal is, the cards are 0 to 9, so the goal is to either be the last one standing, you took everybody out, or have the highest number after the whole deck has been taken out. So that is my number 3, Love Letter. I love that game. My number 2 is a lot of people's number 1s, and I really love this game too, but my number 1 is just even more crazy to me, so I like it a little bit better. But my number 2 is Codenames. In Codenames, you have 2 teams. It's team on team, and any game like that is always going to be fun at a party because you could do boys against girls or whatever. It always gets fun. Me and Janella like to be on opposite teams so that we can go against each other, being the clue givers. And so you give a one-word clue and a number to your opponents and then or to the other people, and they're trying to guess which ones they're supposed to guess out of this 5x5 grid of words. And there's a chance they can guess a bad one. There's a chance they can guess the other teams and score them points. Whoever gets all of theirs first wins. But if you do hit the assassin, you automatically lose. So it's like you want to stay away from that word. It sounds boring, looks boring, but it's so fun. You can play this with pictures. That way you can play with kids. Codenames Pictures is better if you want to play with kids. And it's better if you're playing in different languages. Or you can pick any of the IPs. They got Disney, they got Marvel, they got The Simpsons, I think. I don't know. They got a bunch of things. So you can play with that. So that is my number 2, Codenames. My number 1 is my favorite party game of all time. And this plays up to 9 players. And man, this game is really fun. It is horse racing with randomness. You can use an app to do it for you if you want to join in the fun. But you can have one person rolling the dice, and that's fun too. This is Ready, Set, Bet. And me and Janelle are always fighting over who gets to roll the dice, because even though that's not even as much of the game, that's still kind of a fun part because you're making it all crazy and you get to be the announcer. But man, Ready, Set, Bet is so cool. And then I think what also makes this go on our list is we've played it with some other YouTubers. We played Ready, Set, Bet with Paula Deming. And then we also got to play with John DeClaire, the designer of the game at the World Series of Board Gaming. So that really helped. And Tom Vassell. We played with Tom Vassell too. Something you have to do in your life is play Ready, Set, Bet with Tom Vassell. He is like the best announcer. He's so funny. He hates the number 7 horse though. I don't know why, but he's like, boo, when he rolls a 7. But anyway, the game is so fun, and you're really just throwing chips on a board, but you have to bet before the race is over. So, and once somebody takes a spot, you can't do it. So you kind of want to be fast enough to take it first, but you want to wait because you don't know if you do it too early, that horse could get passed. Super random and stuff, but man, it is a fun party game. That is my number 1, Ready, Set, Bet. Make sure you smash the like button. Let me know what your number 1 game is, party game. And also comment any suggestions for future top 10 videos. We'll see you guys in the next one. Subscribe, ring the bell, and all that good stuff.